is on. Hopefully this thing is working properly. Testing. Microphone test. Microphone test. 1 2 1 2. Microphone test. 1 2. Never was gonna be a rapper. Okay. But we can definitely teach the world about financial literacy and trading 100%. And we can discuss the money we made today on the downside. Look, let me tell you. Let me talk to you, man. I am a martyr for financial literacy, financial freedom. All I'm aiming to do with this channel, man, is simply show people another way, show people another method of making passive income at a rate that is reasonable and considerable, feasible, a goal that is attainable, but will also give you freedom of time and choice. Because we all know, man, that motherfucking 9 to 5 that you waking up and going to every day, I mean, yeah, that's about all the discipline you gonna have right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we teaching here, man. That's what we're doing here. That's why we dive into the charts. That's why I do what I do, because I want to teach the psychological aspects of the game that are required to be a winner. Required to be a winner. And that's what I want to do. I'm not selling no schemes, okay? No dream selling. We ain't selling schemes. We ain't selling dreams. We are selling consistency, baby. We are selling coasting, just autopilot, consistent. Whether you make $1 or you make $10,000 in a single day, day trading with me, it does not matter. The goal is to be green. And we understand that there's going to be times and there's going to be days where we're going to be red, but that's where our risk management skills come into play. And we make sure we limit those days as much as possible, as much as humanly possible. And like I said, I can't hit that buy and that sell button for you. That's all on you, baby. You got to do you. You got to do what's best for you. All I can do is show you the door. All I can do is open the door. You have to walk the path. You've got to walk the guide. But I will be the guide, and let me show you how I guided the Discord today. Let's jump into the chart. We're going to practice that. Dave the Trade, Swift Options Trading, Technical Analysis. Now, look, this is what I'm aiming to do. I need everybody to understand here what I'm aiming to do. We're going to take y'all through the charts, day in and day out. I'm going to let you hold me accountable for my performance. Everything I do, I want it to be performance-based. Okay? We're not selling dreams. We're not selling schemes. We're selling consistency. Remember that, man. That's it. I just want you to be consistent. I'm here to help cause a paradigm shift. Because there's too many people that lose that day in swing trading. There's far too many losers in day trading. When the only cause for your loss is you. Okay? 99.9% of the time, it's you. I can't tell you how many times I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x to my account just to go and blow it all the fuck away. The next day, the next week, the next month, in my first 3 years of trading. SPY, a lot of downside. Made some good money on the downside Friday. Just to recap, identified this level of resistance, hard, heavy supply zone right here in the pre-market with this long top wick. As soon as we opened up and spiked up and hit that level, that was my first key entry point for the day. We did ride some puts to the downside. I'll flash some of those here on the screen. We wrote a couple puts to the downside. I believe Celsius was in there. Microstrategy was in there. SPY puts were definitely in there. We made some good money to the downside. Now, what I did not do is try to chase. Some days I do have successful bilateral trades where I do make money in both directions, where we, make money in both directions. That's me and the Discord family. Link is in the description. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, get to the Discord, man. I'm literally babysitting. I am holding everybody's hand through my trading each and every day. And like I said, everything is performance based. There's extreme value in the Discord. It's 25 to 50 bucks a month, depending if you want to just follow my trades or if you want access to the educational material as well. Now, when we got this V-shaped recovery, mid to later in the day, I did not chase that. I did do a little bit of scalping once we came back here and saw some turbulence and started to trade sideways and consolidate. Was able to scalp a little bit more from the SPY. So all in all, a successful day to the downside. Now, Monday morning, family, Monday morning, since we did come have a V-shaped recovery and come back and test the highs of the day, I do have this line still here marking the highs of Friday. If we can break above it and hold, I'll definitely be looking at calls to the upside or anything to the upside, really. Overall market is, you want to keep your thumb on the pulse of the overall market before you start trading anything during the day, man. Because what the overall market does dictates the outcome of your trades, whether you are long or whether you are short, whether you're a bull or whether you're a bear. Does not matter. So on the 30-minute, I usually don't like to really zoom out too far. I'll go as high frame as the daily chart to help me determine my positions, marking my levels, everything to give me a better compass, give me a better gauge and guide throughout the day when I am day trading. A lot of people lack process. A lot of people lack a system. Other than you algo traders out there, I don't trust those things, but I have a very strict system when I'm trading. Very outlined, clear planned, clear entry and exit points, clear profit targets, and extreme discipline, man. I can sit here and teach you all about charting and candlesticks and everything. It means absolutely nothing if you have no discipline. So this was the range I was actually watching for quite some time. See right there, this has been pretty range bound on the S&P. We did break below it. Not necessarily below it, but anything lower than here, anything below 560, 566 is going to get really ugly. Now, I would definitely, most certainly expect a bounce tomorrow, or Monday. Going into next week, possibly could see a bounce for 2 or 3 days straight, maybe even a whole week straight. But extremely oversold on the daily, extremely oversold on the hourly. I like to use the 2 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, the 5-minute, all in unison, all in synchronization to help me make a decision on ultimately the chart that I follow throughout the day. And that is going to be the 5-day, 5-minute interval chart. So I'm going to be watching for the RSI. We got some bullish crossovers. I'm going to be watching for that to hold. I'm going to be watching for the 13. Let's expand that out. I'm going to be watching for this 13 right here, 574.62. So we'll say it's 574.50. I'll be watching for that to hold as support for the day. First level, I'll be expecting 577. Unless we gap up in the pre-market and already clear these levels, which is definitely a possibility to get a nice spike. You might see that, but that's what I'll be watching. I'll certainly be watching for a retest of the 50 EMA, which is the green line I have here. Between the 50 and the 100 SMA, the 50 EMA, 50 exponential moving average, and the 100 SMA, the 100 hour simple moving average, since we're on an hourly time frame right here. Yeah. So momentum oscillators are pretty clear. This nice big sharp rejection green candle, that when you have an equal and opposite move in the opposite direction, notice we have this big red candle followed by this even larger green candle. That is an absorption of selling pressure. So let's see if the bulls actually want to step in right here, or if it's just a bunch of fugazi. We will definitely find that out come Monday morning. So just to give you guys, a blueprint how I'm going to be doing everything on this channel. I definitely want this to be more educational, informative, and mentor-like than anything. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Links to the Discord is down there. DM me if you have any trouble getting there. And that's it, man. I'm trying to be a real coach. Whether you want to do this full time and earn passive income, whether you just want to make $100 extra dollars a month, $100 extra dollars a week, $1 a day. I don't care as long as you're green. My job is done. As long as you're not losing money. As long as I can transform the experience of the stock market for you from a place where you consistently lose to a place where you consistently win. And the majority of you watching this video who have ever even tried to trade stocks, if you have, chances are you've historically been a loser. Because for my first 3 years of trading, I was a loser. Took me another 2 years after that to get it back. And then just in the last year and a half, 2 years now, roughly going on, we've been profitable. So I've been trying to teach that same system to other people now. I'm no Wall Street guru. I'm no fucking ex hedge fund manager. I'm no ex Wall Street day trader. Nothing crazy like that, man. I first got experience in trading a long time ago, back in the early 2010s, my early 20s. Started trading penny stocks. Could have put that $5,000 into, at the time was I think $100 Bitcoin. Imagine how many multi-millionaires that would have made me over. Decided to throw it away in a marijuana penny stock, but I'm glad I did because it gave me the experience, my first negative experience with the stock market, and I've been kind of addicted ever since. I did take a long break after that point because I was very discouraged. But the mistake I can tell you will make is if you get discouraged enough to walk away. Because if you decide to walk away and take zero risk at all, guess what? Zero reward. Zero risk, zero reward. You don't want to take the risk, don't expect a reward because it's not going to come. That's life in general. So we'll be watching that. I'll be watching those levels for the SPY. If it can gain some momentum, I'll probably be playing Tesla, I'll be playing Palantir, Microsoft, Max 7, all the liquid instruments out there that we love to trade day in and day out. As far as whatever the price action is showing tomorrow, whatever's moving, we might see if we can get a piece of that. So, like I said, guys, thanks again for sitting around watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, get to the Discord, or just come tune in with me here. Take the lesson for the day. Take it as you will. Follow along if you want on your own trading times. Watch the same levels during the day if you want. I'll probably try to do some live stream trading on YouTube if I can maybe garner an audience and get some of you guys to hit that like and hit that subscribe, boy. Go on, hit that. Hit it right now. Right now. Dave the Trader. Swift options trading, baby. We got a lot to talk about today, family. A whole lot to talk about. These markets are definitely spooky. Let me tell you, they're definitely spooky. I'm not worried. We ain't scared. We prepared. Shout out to my boy Larry Jones. Tread lightly is all I can say. Tread lightly. Be nimble. Make sure you're hedged. Make sure your risk management is proper for your long-term investments. This is a trading channel. We're day trading. We're swing trading. In particular right now, man, I'm not going to put myself into too many swings right now, simply because I know the volatility in the market is most likely going to continue and be bumpy. So, at least for the next 30 to 60 days. In the Discord, as far as the guidance that I'm giving, we're just going to be doing our best to ride the trends for the day. I have separate portfolios, I have IRAs, different investment accounts.
um, that I use for different purposes. So I have one for a long term investing, I have one for swing trading, one for day trading, one for futures trading, one for Forex trading. You know, you want to differentiate and give each of your accounts purpose, whatever that is for you. So, tariff talk. I was going to do a segment, a whole ass segment on tariff proof plays. And I was thinking of GAP, ticker symbol GAP, for one. I was watching an interview on their CEO. Less than 10% of their production comes out of Canada or Mexico. I think it's less than 10% of both. One of the countries is less than 1%. So I was thinking of this whole narrative and probably going to do a segment on this show for tariff proof plays if I can find something that's suitable. But I don't know if that exists. You know, when the economy goes into a contraction and starts to shrink, which I'm hearing a lot of banter in the investment and trading world. Some of my favorite traders that I follow talking about, you know, talking about GDP regression and slowdown. I believed the anticipated or expected GDP growth for this year was supposed to be around 2.2, 2.3%. And that has been revised to a negative number. So very, very difficult, man. Very, very difficult to, as a corporation, as a large company, if the entire economy is bringing everything down, and we're just not producing as many products, overseas or domestically, doesn't matter. The cost of production goes up for any reason. That's inflationary. That's going to get passed down to the consumer. It's likely to weaken demand, especially if demand is already weak. But that's not the case with the consumer. I believe consumer sentiment and consumer spending was actually strong on the last report. But yeah, I mean, it's we have had free trade for the past several decades. My generation, I'm 35, 36 years old. My generation has never seen the halting of free trade like this. You know, so older guys, people with more experience certainly than I. I've been trading the stock market for a long time. Since 2010 was my first experience. But seriously, day in, day out, grinding 7 years, first 3 years, unprofitable. The next 2 years, recouping losses. And then the latter 2 years, finally able to squeeze out a profit. So now that's what I teach. I just teach my methods, my strategies, my favorite strategies, my tactics, my methodology, both on the keyboard, executing buy and sell orders, and psychologically how I just coach myself and my members and the members of my Discord throughout the day. It's a very, very stringent, rigorous process, very disciplined process, very strict process that I follow myself and that I try to teach. I obviously can't push the buttons for you. I can't control what you do. I can't do anything for you. So, but the best thing I can do is give you wisdom and insight as to what has worked for me. Hopefully, it can also work for you too. Like I said, man, no dreams, no schemes. We ain't selling dreams. We ain't selling schemes. We're just pushing consistency here, man. That's all we want to do. So I would look out for that narrative to continue to play out. What else did I want to go over? I like Apple bringing robotic manufacturing of iPhones to the U.S. Apple, Taiwan, Semi. both onshoring some of their manufacturing. Now, me being the patriotic American that I am, I fucking love this. I love it when big corporations bring jobs back to America and stop being the greedy fucking gargantuan tyrants that some of you corporations can be sometimes, and trying to squeeze out every little penny of profit for your shareholders, and at the expense of the American economy. And I think it's a great thing that we bring those jobs back here, especially manufacturing. America hasn't been a manufacturing economy in fucking how many decades? So that's going to be a cool thing to see unfold, and just bringing manufacturing back to the U.S., man. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I get profits are the main driver in this economy, or are the main objective and goal of every capitalist and every corporation, every business. But at the same time, I got morals, and I want to see Americans with more jobs, better jobs that actually maybe even required unskilled labor, you know, like during the Industrial Revolution, during the Gilded Age is what they like to call it, when you could graduate from high school, go get a job somewhere on an assembly line or in a manufacturing plant or whatever it is, whatever business is proliferating a product. And then we're all buying iPhones. So I think it's a good idea that Apple brings manufacturing of the iPhone back to the United States. But to continue on what I was saying, man, I think a part of the American dream is truly. Now, I'm not advocating for not becoming more skilled and knowledgeable. Obviously, that should be a key aspect to your life, is continue to grow and progress. But I think a key part of the American dream has been missing for a while. And I think this is a step in the right direction, bringing it back just for the average man. You know what I mean? For the populist, for the average man, the average young, healthy man, woman, whatever. Maybe they don't want to go to college. They don't want to do this. Maybe they just want to work. Just want to get right out of there and just right out the gate and just start working and start saving money. And I think that bringing manufacturing jobs like this, high tech, probably more high skilled labor, but nothing that's not trainable to the average dummy that with a regular IQ, is good. It's good. Bring those jobs back. Give people who may not have as many qualifications or as many skills a chance at working hard. Just simply people who may not be the smartest. They just want to work the hardest. They just want to work hard. I'm all about working smart and hard, but for the people that just like to work with their hands, I used to weld. I used to work in construction. I worked with my hands for quite some time. I've had an array. I've had a very versatile set of jobs throughout my life and built different skills, mostly sales jobs and entrepreneurial stuff. But I've also worked with my hands. I did welding, did plumbing. I like to consider myself a very well-rounded individual, certainly. But yeah, I think that's good. I honestly think that's really good. I think that's great for, obviously, GDP. I think that's great for just the average earner, the average worker here in America. And yeah, man, just giving somebody who just wants to work hard the chance to make a good living just by working hard, showing up to work every day, learning how to do your job well, doing it well, and just fucking putting in the work. And the way I see it, anybody who is willing to work 8+ hours a day should not be struggling with poverty, should not be struggling to pay their rent, to buy eggs, to buy milk, bread, basic shit, man. Paying for insurance, paying for your utilities, your cell phone, all that. You know, paying your car off, getting debt out the way. That's another thing. That's going to be another big point on this channel is the elimination of debt and the acquiring of assets, along with obviously teaching you guys how to navigate these markets every day with this day in swing trading. But I will be adding a bit of financial literacy piece to this as well to get you in the mindset and change the way you think about money, very simply. So that being said, let's see what tomorrow brings. Let's see what the market wants to tell us. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm really just wondering. You know, what do we do from here? Where does the liquidity come from? Even at these levels, you know, stocks are extremely overvalued. Costco is trading at, before it sold off on Friday, was trading at a 60 times earnings. To trade at a 60x valuation is insane for a consumer staple stock too. I mean, where's it going to come from? Things are already overvaluated. The market is, things are already overvalued. The market is at extreme highs. You see Tesla lost almost $1 trillion. No, Nvidia lost $1 trillion in market cap. Tesla has lost 40% of its share price value in the last 2 months, 3 months. Yeah. So if you were buying Tesla way up there at 400 plus, yeah, you're not feeling so hot right now. Not feeling so hot right now, but it's all right. It's part of the game. You win some, you lose some. You got to take some lumps and bumps and bruises. But hey, as long as you manage that risk, you always fucking live to trade another day. Always. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Join me. I'm going to do some live trading here on the YouTube channel. And that's it. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it raw. And I am just wanting you to learn to trade wisely and to be nimble and to be able to navigate these markets with prudence, with prowess, and just with a clear mind and clear direction. You know, fail to plan to fail every time. And, you know, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. I'm empowering you. That's all I want to do is empower you and help you to change your perception of finances, money, give you another out on how to earn money with much less time, wisely, without going crazy, taking stupid, crazy risks all the time. There's a way to responsibly trade options and trade the stock market. And that's what this channel is all about. You know, keeping you in the green and not, that's what we don't want to happen. So hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be here. I'm going to try to shoot the video every day, but don't hang me if I can't, if I miss some days, because I've got other small businesses that I run here in town, and yeah, things can get a little bit busy in this mug. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come back, join me, sit with me, talk with me, trade with me, chart with me, learn with me. I just want to build a community. I've got a small community in my Discord. Check out the Discord link in the description in this video below. And let's get to this money, man. hold on. We ain't done. Like I said, we ain't done. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Link to the Discord is in the description. Okay, I'm trying to help you make some money. Even if it's just $1 a day, it don't matter. Whatever your goal is. Peace.